Happy Friday, folks. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan, and we are working on the bag 3 of the Imperial Probe Droid LEGO Star Wars set. 75306 for the LEGO nerds out there. Thanks, Cosmic, for the link in chat. Appreciate that. Speaking of Cosmic, this was a gift from Cosmic. So thanks again for sponsoring the stream, Cosmic. Much appreciated. Hope everyone's having a good week or kickoff to the weekend. I will confess that I had very little sleep last night. So if I'm off today, if I seem at all a little bit out of sorts, then that is why. I did make some slight adjustments to the audio. I turned up the music a little bit, and my mic should be a little bit brighter, a little bit louder. Notice that last stream, there were some spots that could have used improvement, so we're giving it a go. Let me know if it sounds balanced to you. Maybe give it a couple of songs just in case there's a song that's louder or softer. It should be louder for you, but not louder for me, so that's good. There were a lot of clear plastic pieces, so I just want to double check to make sure I'm not missing anything. Zero, good to see you. Rooster Mug, welcome back. Good to see you as well. Lots of little pieces here. It looks like some of this is going to be the stand. The clear parts are the stand for the droid. What are these? Huh, I have never seen anything like that in LEGO before. You always wanted to know how these droids were built? By Ugnaughts, by enslaved Ugnaughts. That's how. I must have bumped my camera. I'm having a hard time seeing what's going on. A lot of very similar pieces here. Well, you definitely... These aren't the droids you're looking for. These are the droids that are looking for you. Hope everyone's caught up on the latest Mandalorian. I won't talk about it because it's only been a couple of days and I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say it was a fantastic episode. Not necessarily, we'll say, a feel-good kind of a cliffhanger. We'll call it a cliffhanger. There's still one more episode left in the season. But there was some laugh-out-loud moments for me around Grogu that I thought were really, really spot on. So if you haven't already, definitely worth checking out. And I'm woefully behind on editing the Sigil Cafe podcast, where Stephen and I talked about, I think, the next 3 episodes. So episodes 4, 5, and 6, Stephen and I talked about. And we were not a big fan of episode 6. 7 was much better, but we were not a big fan of 6. Which is surprising, because it was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. Last episode you saw was the pirate one. That was really good. I quite enjoyed that, actually. Over Navarro. I thought they did a good job on that. That, to me, really felt like a good Star Wars episode. There was a space battle. There was a ground battle. The only thing missing was a Jedi battle. But we don't always get Jedi battles in Mandalorian. I'm really excited about the news coming out of Star Wars Celebration in London last week. I follow Blindwave on YouTube and their sister channel about Star Wars, Blindwave Squadron, or Wave Squadron. And man, there are some very, very cool things coming. Star Wars Acolyte is gonna happen, like, I think it's near the dawn of the Force, or maybe that's something else. But Acolyte is going to be about I think the first Sith and how they emerged. That could be really interesting. And nice that we get some series and some shows that are leaving the Skywalker saga timeline and going, like, you know, a couple thousand years before the events of the Skywalker saga. And so you don't have to worry about who's alive, who's dead, when is all this happening. It's all just its own story. And probably so long ago that it's been forgotten to history, except for perhaps the Jedi Archive, you know. I'm looking forward to some new stuff there. There's a new Ahsoka series that's coming out in August. Yeah, the Ahsoka series looks very good. And that has got a lot of the cast, or a lot of the characters rather, cast in live action from Star Wars Rebels. And Rebels was a little kiddie at first, but it eventually did get to me, and I enjoyed it for the most part, especially with the Ahsoka stuff. When they brought in Ahsoka into Rebels as an older kind of Jedi Ronin, she's not really a Jedi. Trained like a Jedi, but she left the Order. Clone Wars. Which is cool because it means that in the Ahsoka series, and when we saw Ahsoka in the Mandalorian series, that Ahsoka is not bound by any Jedi code, just her own council, I guess. These are going to be a pain. Yeah, Hera, Sabine. I want to say Zeb, because Zeb showed up in Mandalorian, and I don't think they build the giant CG character for one episode and for a 2-minute cameo. So my guess is that Zeb is going to be in Ahsoka as well. If not, then maybe another series. Yeah, the Acolyte one is about the first Sith. There's 3 movies coming out too, or movie series. Daisy Ridley's back, or will be back. with the new Jedi Order, I think it was called. And then there's a couple of other movies that are being set all over the timeline. And maybe it was one of the first movies, or one of the movies that they want to do is actually set like before anything. It's like the first time the Force was even discovered. And so that's going to be an interesting take. I'm trying to remember the name of the director, but he directed another movie that I really liked. I'm trying to remember what that director is. You really like Rebels? I think I actually have grown to enjoy The Bad Batch more than Rebels, surprisingly, because I did not like The Bad Batch at first. But I'm happy to change my tune. You know, if something shifts gears and becomes what I like, then I'm happy to say, well, judged it a little bit quickly, maybe. That, or I was right, and you know, the Bad Batch episodes in the Clone Wars finale season were not the best, but the Clone Wars as a standalone series ended up being much better. I would say that's probably more accurate. I'm pretty good at maintaining a balanced opinion. I don't like things or dislike things just because they're different, you know? I did really enjoy some of the themes that they were exploring in the Bad Batch. Especially when they started crossing over with some of the old Clone Wars clones. I thought that was cool. That came on a cliffhanger and a heart-wrenching finale as well. The Bad Batch. I have seen the new trailer for the Marvels, and it looks pretty good. I'm worried it might be a little bit too funny. I don't know if I can handle. It depends on how they do the writing for Kamala Khan. But then again, you know, Captain Marvel and Brie Larson generally have a pretty good like dry humor, sarcastic humor vibe. So we'll have to see. All right, bag 3. Starting right off with this. Gonna go sideways. But yeah, the trailer looked good. I'm curious to see how it's all going to be spun together. Cautiously optimistic. I'd say that's a pretty good way to approach it. I really liked Captain Marvel. I think that's one of the better films that Marvel has done, and I'm sad it doesn't get more hype because of just, well, to be honest, silly chauvinist reviews. People were just being dumb. But I think Captain Marvel is a fun film. I'm also a little bit biased. I have a celebrity crush on Brie Larson. She just seems so nice and down to earth, and then she's just so charismatic, and her screen presence is great, and I really enjoy. And the character is really good too, but I find that Larson is a really cool person. Let's go with those and all 8 of these. I feel like I'm constantly reaching over this table. I'm still trying to sort out some of the video issues that we have been having. I still feel that the picture is not quite as clear as it could be, and I can't figure out why. And I think it might be something to do with the focal length on my lens and the distance the camera is from the table. Dan, great minds think alike, my friend. And Cosmic. I don't know a lot about the actor that plays Monica Rambeau, and I feel like, was Monica Rambeau recast from the original Captain Marvel movie to the is it WandaVision, or is that the daughter? I can never remember, because the original Captain Marvel was set in like the 90s. So maybe it is the daughter. That's probably what I'm forgetting. Alright, so we're going to round out the cardinal directions here. It's the daughter, you think? Okay. I mean, I like the actor, but I don't know anything about her. However, I've watched the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel series, and while it had some moments that I wasn't super happy with, I did overall quite like it. Steven and I talked about that on the Citadel Cafe, because Steven was a big fan of the Miss Marvel comics, and he thought that they did a very good job. So why did we do all the intricate work in between here if we're just going to cover it up? That's weird. These are always really fun. These are the clicky rotator plates that allow you to do all kinds of cool stuff. 3 of these. I think Optimus Prime has one of these in his waist. This is tricky. One of these goes here. And the other 2 go here. Here. Manmade subscribing with Prime. 15 months. Thanks so much, Manmade. That should be your Earth Keystone badge for 2 months in a row. Very much appreciate the support. Flip it over, they say. I really do enjoy it when Lego takes like these kind of combo pieces and make like little unique doodads and details that you put on mechanical ships or robots or stuff like that. I find it's very cool. Just like this 6 or 10 little pieces that go into this. And then it goes here, facing upward. Yeah, that's cool. Stickers. We don't need no stinking stickers. Sticker number 1. At least it's small and square. Pretty easy to get in the middle. First try. Never stickers. My children hate me. They are not allowed to use the stickers on Lego. I'd be the same. I'd be like, I'm going to do that later when you're in bed. Say, Joel, you know, it would be really great for you, a list of some sort of Lego sets that you wished you had. A wish list. Imagine that. There is a wish list on Amazon, but also it's currently a draft, but I've edited a very large read-only support channel for the Discord, and that'll outline, let's see if I can remember, Streamlabs and PayPal donations, Patreon, Twitch, Lego, and affiliate links and creator codes. And that way, for people that maybe come in with a gift sub or are new to the Discord and want to support in different ways and maybe even team up with people. I was thinking about this the other day. Because Lego is, I mean, I never want to ask for stuff, you know, that feels weird, right? But so much of the Lego that I've received over the last year has been donated by viewers. And I'm ever so grateful for it. But the cool thing about that is that I've seen on the Blind Wave mailbag, what they do is often people in their Discord will send them like an action figure or a collectible DVD set or an art book or something like that. And what happens is you'll have like 6 or 8 or 10 members of their Discord will just kind of all get together and pitch in a little bit. And then somebody is ultimately responsible for purchasing the thing and sending it in to them as a surprise. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I want to be clear that in the Lego wish list that I have posted on, or will be posting on the Discord, that it's very much like an idea list. It's not meant to be any kind of like requests, I guess. It's weird. it's funny how there's like, I make streams and I entertain people and people come and they subscribe or they donate bits or they do donations, and that seems to be okay with me. But then when it comes to actual physical stuff, it gets strange for whatever reason in my head. I don't know why. And the other thing is that there's also more economical ways for people to support depending on what they want to do. And I've broken down those ways in that post. So if people have questions about like, should I support on Patreon? Should I support on Twitch? Then I've outlined kind of like the benefits to that. And of course, people can always DM me with any questions. Speaking of support, Stormdance coming in with a tier 1 sub, 12 months. Can we get some love in chat for Stormdance celebrating a full year supporting the channel? Thanks so much, Stormdance. Really, really appreciate it. Sweet Sandy with 100 bits. Did someone say bits? I did say bits. And now Sandy has made me say bits twice. Thanks so much, Sandy. And thank you, Stormdance. All right, I think that's right. I've been talking and building at the same time. So this is the same thing. It just gets put over here with some blinky lights on it, which is cool. And now we have another sticker. I knew this was coming. Sticker number 2. And this one has the orange part near the top, and it goes next to this. Is there a Lego price comparison site in Canada? We have one here in the EU. It saves at least 25%. I actually don't know about that, Zero. If you want to fire a link in chat. Cosmic's in the EU. and can maybe sort out if we have something similar. The way that I've set up the support channel post about Lego is that I compare the Amazon wish list to the Lego, like Lego.ca wish list. So everything is listed in Canadian dollars, which, depending on where you live in the world, most of the time your dollar is going to be worth more than the Canadian. For example, if you're in the US, a dollar in the US is worth roughly $1.27, $1.30 Canadian. Thanks, Zero. Appreciate that. For folks wondering in chat, that's the comparison site that Zero just linked. All right, so I need this and this. I don't exactly know where this goes. It looks like it goes here. We'll have to check the next picture. And this just goes right on top of this one. This is a really interesting build. Yep, I got that right. Okay, cool. And I need the last one of these. I'm not sure why I'm so froggy today. I feel fine. Might just be allergies. Canadian prices are higher by comparison, so it ends up evening out. Are Canadian prices 30% higher for Lego? They can't be that much higher, are they? Like, are they equal to the exchange rate? It wouldn't be surprising. It would explain why something like the Lord of the Rings set that we talked about on this Sizzle Cafe a little while ago is like $600 or something Canadian. And that's not the most expensive. I think the most expensive is currently either the Eiffel Tower or the AT-AT Ultimate Collector Series. Yeah, that's true too, Cosmic. Zero, feel free to share that in the Lego channel for people. If it's the Rivendell set, that one is 600 plus in the US. So that one's just expensive. Oh yeah, that's just, it's a massive set, but it's hard to justify when they get into like that kind of level. I think I paid $200 for my Optimus Prime, give or take. And I really enjoyed that. Like that to me it's also a key part of my childhood. Like I was the target audience. I was the target consumer for Optimus Prime, and that was fine. But yeah, there's definitely a kind of like a piece value, build experience value thing that you have to consider. Right, so we've got one of these little, this thing, and then one of these. What are we building? Just doodads, I guess. That goes there. This looks like it could be like a gun. This goes on top of this. Points kind of off in that direction. And then this piece, I guess this is meant to be like one of those little Star Wars droids. It looks like it has like little wheels on it. Can't see. This goes, I guess, in this space. Sure. If the Millennium Falcon UCS is still out, that's one also up there as most expensive candidate. I think the AT-AT eclipsed that, but they also released the Eiffel Tower and the Titanic since then. But usually the most expensive pieces are ones that are like IPs because of the licensing and stuff. All right, so now we are building it here. Goes in the middle. Goes here. Then we've got one of these little ski blade things. This goes on the other corner. I'm putting these all in the same position on the corners. I'm assuming that's correct. Apparently, you know, it definitely gives it like a lot of stuff happening underneath it. We still have to attach all the arms coming off the bottom too. Need 3 of these. And 1 of those. So we've got those in black one. Ah, I think I just realized how we're attaching all of the legs. 3, and then this is in the corner. The AT-AT is over $1,000 Canadian at this point, if I remember. You are correct. And that's just that's more than my rent. Right, and that's the thing where like I can't justify spending it. I'm also saving. Like I've got some personal goals in the next year or two, and one of those involves hopefully moving into a house from an apartment. And so any spare cash that I have that's in like the thousands, that's going into a savings account for a down payment on a house. You know, like that's kind of how I look at the big expensive stuff like that. It's funny how like I can look at that, but then I look at something like a $60 Lego set and I'm like, yeah, I mean, like that's doable. But I think that's also, I mean, a $60 Lego set also is something that I can then create content with, right? So it gives me a form of generating some income, it's not just something that sits on a shelf, right? But at some point you have to kind of balance your entertainment purchases with your savings. Like if you just do nothing but save, then sure, you'll get ahead, but you'll be kind of, you know, you have to kind of give yourself some balance, you know, like you have to enjoy life. Okay, so now we are on to stand. One of these. It's funny sometimes when you talk about stuff like that, because you know, like I never want to sound at all like I'm expecting things as a streamer, nor do I want to sound greedy, you know? I always want to make sure that I just to do 10 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all of them, okay? Spared no expense. I'm kind of surprised we're doing this now. I thought that this would be one of the last things that we would do. I'm surprised that there's not a clear rod, you know, in the middle. I kind of expected that to be like a light gray or like a transparent. And this just kind of flips over and goes straight in there. And then we grab the base. And this part goes forward facing like that. Oh, they've got it backwards in the instructions. It's the double gray, but on the pictures it's the one with the orange. I kind of like the one with the orange better in the front, so we're gonna put the orange in the front. Oh, cool. So that just sits there. It doesn't actually stick because there's a plate in there, not a studded piece. So it just kind of like tightly sits there. It's a little wobbly. I feel odd that we've got this many pieces left over. I wonder if I missed a step. Did that one. I'm not seeing any extra bits. Yeah, that's weird that we've got this many pieces left over, but okay. I mean, they're the cool pieces, and if you missed one, then that would suck. So I guess that's all right. So we're tad early for my first break, but we are in between bags. So it's probably a good spot because this has got a lot of little pieces in it. We'll probably end up doing bags 4 and 5 today, would be my guess. All right, let me just clear this out of the way. Joel, you were the most down-to-earth, non-greedy, go with it people I've ever met. Well, thank you. On the internet. Yes. That's very nice of you to say. You definitely need some room for the Eiffel Tower. Zero, we have established previously that the Eiffel Tower and Cosmic Dancer are the same size. All right, folks, if you're new to the stream, I take a break once an hour. I'm going to scoot away a little bit early just because it lines up with the end of the third bag. So when I come back, we'll start the fourth. Back in just a bit. All right, on to bag 4 and page 47. Thank you, Cosmic. Thank you, Cal. Well, this is lots of little pieces, but not very many pieces overall. We'll probably get through bag 4 and 5 today. I don't know where to put this. Kind of big. Let's just scoot it at our frame. There we go. Do you want to just take breaks after you finish the bags? Probably not. This bag is going to be pretty quick, I'd imagine. But we can stick to the hours. I mean, it's 8 after the hour now, so I'll take my next break on the hour maybe. I mentioned earlier that I didn't have a lot of sleep, but I was also very excited to get going on the bridge in West Hill yesterday. So I might do a double header today. We might switch over to Lego, or we were playing. See, I told you I wasn't not sleeping very well. Might switch over to Minecraft after this, because otherwise, like if I did 3 hours of this particular build, I think we'd finish it probably. Maybe not today, but like we'd go through it too quickly. So I'd rather pace it out a little bit. I think also sitting at this table can be a little bit awkward for me, and I prefer shorter 2 to 2.5 hours at the Lego rather than like 3 to 5. We're switching to Lego. What are we doing now? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. No, don't quote me on that. One thing that I've definitely learned over the years as a creative professional, whether that's artwork, podcasting, streaming, Minecraft, is that when you feel that excited creative itch to do something, then you lean into it. Because there's definitely days when you don't have that. And I mean, granted, Minecraft is super fun, obviously, as a video game and all that kind of stuff. But when you've got a creative project that is as long in the tooth as West Hill, there are definitely days where I have to kind of push through I'm not as excited as I want to be about this particular stream. But I really thought we did a lot of great progress yesterday. And there's a couple of things I want to try. Kind of sort out how the bridge connects to West Hill. Man, did I pick the wrong color for my Lego table mat when it comes to some of these darker gray Star Wars builds? It is I'm even here with it and it's hard to see. There's a lot of very tiny pieces here. Oh, I'm feeling the big hands today, Cosmic, that's for sure. I was looking at the thumbnail of the VOD and I was waiting for you to go live. The shape of the boat bridge looks epic. Thanks very much. Yeah, I had to rush out yesterday because I was heading to the gym, and I also had a phone call, and I didn't go back in and take the screenshot until this morning, and so flying around in spectator mode just to kind of take that screenshot, I'm really happy with it after like having a day or 12 hours away from it, and then coming back to look at it. I'm quite happy with where it's going, and I even mentioned in the tweet where I shared the VOD that it's one of my favorite like stages of a build is when you're planning out that initial framework and things start to come together and you can sort of see your vision. There's still some loose ends and there's still going to be some compromises that I have to make, but I think we'll get there. The good news is like today I think I can finalize like the support. So the stuff that's in question about the build right now for me is the top section. But we can talk all about that if I do some streaming from Minecraft today. Zero T666 subscribed with Prime 3 months in a row. That's the Water Keystone badge. Thanks so much for that Prime sub. And thanks for sharing that Lego link in our Discord. Appreciate it. The price comparison. I don't know if there's a site like that for Canada, North America. A couple of the sets that I have, I bought secondhand. But after a while, I just preferred, I mean, they were secondhand in box, like they were from a collector. I was going to build them, but the toy collector was just like, there was more money in action figures, so they were getting rid of their Lego stock. So I got some stuff for decent prices. Some things I got at very good prices, actually. The Shuttle Tidarium was a good price. And I bought something else too. I don't remember what it was. It might have been the AT-AT. No, sorry, the AT-ST. I don't have an AT-AT. The AT-ST. The Scout Walker that I have. But those were before I started doing streams with Lego. I think actually the Tidarium was something that I live posted on Instagram. So it wasn't even video, it was just me posting pictures. These look like little drill bits. Didn't even realize. I think we've seen them before from Lego. There's a lot of these. I'm not setting these all in a row. We're going to call that done. Same with these dowels. I think still neater than most people would do it, so I'll call that a win. They even have a renting service for Lego? Really? I would not want to participate in that. All right. Ready to go. Yes, I remember you saying, Cosmic, that you popped in and started doing that flower arch thing. I saw the pictures in the Discord. Looks good. Page 47, bag number 4. One thing I do find a little annoying about Lego is that sometimes there's like a little mold injection point that's still on the piece, and I try to hide them. I don't know why it's that important to me, but I try to hide them. Oh, so these need little bits underneath them first. It's a cool little piece. Oh, wow. Those. Wow, this is really complicated and pointy. I guess are the descriptions for this. And then this just kind of sits on the top. That's really neat. Just as like a extra detail. And this attaches to there. Huh. Two of these and two more of these little dudes. My sort of neat is most people's this is the most tidy I've ever been. Well, I don't my apartment is not like crazy tidy. I mean, I have the advantage of having a couple of rooms, like a long storage closet and a spare room that I can keep most of my clutter out of my living space. All right. I need these go together like that. Okay. Just whoa, that was close. And then this attaches to this part. And then we do another long piece. I'm seeing the pattern here. Each of these rods is like a hinge on one of the legs of the droid. I meant to ask earlier, how are we doing for the audio balance now that we've had about an hour of different music tracks? Oh, this kind of goes over to the side because then this attaches. Wow. So it kind of goes off center. That's cool. More of these. Whoops. Audio balance seems good. Thank you. Appreciate the feedback. I noticed when I was trying to watch the VOD on YouTube, trying to get some quality feedback, that when at the points when I wasn't talking, the music was very low, and I thought that could be louder. I don't have a digital audio pipeline on my computer, on my my PC like I do my Mac. I've tried to use Voicebeater or Banana, but it always lags my computer. So I have not yet figured out a solution for that. So, because I would like to be here not listening to music and just have the music playing for you folks in the background, but that's not always the case. And so unfortunately, I have to listen to the music along with you. I mean, it's a good way to gauge whether a song is good or bad, I guess, but and some of it fades into the background. But I prefer, you know, I really like the Minecraft streams just because the game has enough sound effects that there's usually enough background happening that I don't have to worry about it. It's interesting how it goes back and forth, the connections. And then this goes there. I like how many plates they're using in this. I like that it's going to be very mechanical looking and not just like a bunch of jumbled Lego. Wait, do I have that piece? I don't think I have that piece. That's not it. Well, that's frustrating. Yeah. I don't know where that piece is supposed to be. I mean, that's why I lay everything out like this, so it's easy to see, but it's this piece right there. I'll look in the other bag. Yeah, I don't see... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There's another small bag here. No number. And that's the piece I'm looking for. It's so strange that they take the time to number the bags, but then they include bags like this that don't have numbers. And a lot of times this would be inside the bag number 4, but it wasn't. So I'm just going to take out the piece that I need. And it is this guy. Alright, so that attaches there, gets rotated up like that, and then we have another rod like that. And that goes through here. It looks like it sort of sticks out on this end. Sure. Some of these connections are really wild. All right, so this goes up like that. Nope. Get it backwards. That way. Guess it's like some sort of pincher or something. A hand. And then this goes here. And then there's another piece that goes on the end. Cap that off. Man, that's tricky. Also hard on the hands. Ah. All right, one done. So this gets kind of like bent this way. That's kind of cool. And then this attaches to the bottom. I just realized that this music soundtrack has a soundbite from, I think, Street Fighter. Right, so then this attaches this way. Oh. Oh, come on. I knew the way that these things were attached, it was going to be very easy to knock stuff off the bottom. That's why I was so surprised we were doing it when we were doing it in that stage. So you can see how this attaches here. And then, I mean, I'll position them all tightly later. It's going to be hard to show this off. Did I put that in the right spot? No. Of course I didn't. Yeah, goes underneath these guys. I mean, I can always move them around if I want a cooler leg in the front or something. Because right now, that's the back. This is hard to get in. A stand. So they're really easy to maneuver and they stay in place pretty well. They're not flimsy legs, which is nice. Hey Obu, how's it going? Welcome back from the lurk, Kelly. Kel, sorry. Yeah, the Lego bonsai is really cool. There's like cherry blossoms and then regular leaves. So we're gonna grab this, one of these guys. It's always interesting when Lego makes like little guns out of like various bits and pieces. I find it hard too because sometimes I feel like my hands are obscuring the view of what's going on. Another one of these pieces that we weren't aware was in the bag. Now that I know where they are, they're going to be easy to find. Oh, spoke too soon. Those dark gray pieces are tight fits. They're hard to remove and replace if you get them wrong. So this sort of looks like a claw, a pincher. And this goes on the end there. And then this extends this, and then we get an actual like wrench piece, which really looks like a pincher. And that attaches to this. I'd be very curious to see like if there's a log of designer hours that goes into these things, because I'd be very curious to see what that would be on a piece like this. This must have taken a long time to sort out. There's just so many little different fiddly things, right? And when you're a perfectionist, then it takes a little while. Oh my gosh. This. And what is that? That's got to be in the other bag. This is going to be in the other bags. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. It's cool to look how the pieces are going together. It's not the most fun. These are all very strange custom pieces. I don't know what these would be from. Probably some of their like mech sets or like the monkey sets or the more the play sets. But I don't know, like this feels like such a tiny thing for Lego. A tiny and specific thing, I should say. And then this attaches here. That doesn't go there. Oh, it attaches this part here. Oh, that's interesting. So it makes it look like a double piston even though it's not connected. That's, yeah. So it's just resting there, but it looks like there's a dual piston part of the arm, even though it's only attached like up here at the top. Huh. My buddy Peyton built this with his son, and he said it was a really interesting and fun build. All right, so this goes right next to what we had before. Oh, I see. So it goes in that light gray piece. And see, that's a problem. This is the part that I find frustrating on a lot of sets is the... Yeah, that's really flimsy. I don't like that that rotates so easily. So it's cool, but it flops around. And then pieces keep on breaking off. So it's a cool looking set, Lego, but I feel like you could have thought a little bit more about how some of these things are assembled. Yeah, that's... Unless it's perfectly still, it's flopping all over the place. Yeah, see, it stays... I mean, you can't see, but it stays still off camera. Gosh, another one? Wow. There's no other way to do it, Cosmic. I can't think of another way. That's how it's connected. That's what's supposed to go up there. You can see that little gray piece that we put in. But yeah, I agree. I don't like the connection either. I think the reason that it's that loose is that because it's the wrench piece. I think that it should have been something bigger, like maybe a rod or something like that. I don't know if those are... They look to be the same. But I'm sure Lego is a game of millimeters when it comes to some of these connections. Looks like we're building another arm piece. Large grippy arm piece. Maybe just with a different end on it, it looks like. Better to trust the process. Yeah. I mean, most of the time it works out, right? You just notice like little glitches in their presentation with like that extra bag not being numbered or inside of the bag 4. But I think some of that probably comes from like, you know, where does that bag come from? Oh, I put that backwards. You know, does it matter what factory it was made in, that kind of thing? Is it easier to send the bag separately? That kind of stuff. Well, at least this is a little bit different. Pikacath, good to see you. Hope you're having a good Friday. This attaches to that side there. I think this is the first time I've heard like a Mexican guitar type background song. You know, we may only get through the 2 bags today. That's cool. That leaves 2 bags for next Friday. And then the Friday after that is going to be the Lego birthday stream, I think. What's today? 14th? 21st? Yep. So that could work out. Yeah, I should mention that thanks to the wonderful people in my community, I have 2 unopened surprise Lego sets that were sent via Amazon here in the studio. And I'll open them up on the 28th, which is the day before my birthday. My birthday is the 29th. And that way we can have like a kind of like a birthday stream. I'm probably going to take my birthday off. I don't know. I haven't decided. It depends on what's happening. I know that we're not doing the Minecraft Hangout on the 29th. We're doing that on the 22nd with the Spawn Chunks. And it wasn't that I wanted the day off so much as I wanted to be able to sleep in. This is dumb. They should have attached these first before you attach it to the other thing. I find that sometimes the steps are a little bit backwards. I think that's right. So many claw parts, and they are all sharp. Just FYI, my hands are sore. I mean, I'm not complaining per se, I'm just making a note, letting it be known. All right, so all that goes there, and then this goes here. Another one of these things. Sounds like a busy day, Pikacath. Did I mess that up? I did. These little 1x1 round studs do give a nice kind of final look to these hinges. All right, did that. That's all on board. And then we need these pieces. This goes on top like that. Oh, this is where the drill piece comes in. Flip that over. And that attaches to the end like this. So I'm not sure whether that's actually supposed to be a drill. Maybe it's a laser. Who knows? But then this attaches to the other side here. So when this thing isn't wobbling around and flopping, it looks like that. I'm just going to have to hold it. So far, very cool build, but that's dumb. Like, that is a terrible idea as to how that connects and how floppy that is. I could always try, I have another one of these pieces. I could try a different one and see if maybe if one just is manufactured with a slightly tighter fit. So I'll try that afterwards maybe. And that is the start of bag 5. Cool. So it definitely starts to look more like a probe droid now that we've got the top part on. And then some of the, we'll say aggressive looking claws and articulating arms. This in particular looks like a nasty thing I wouldn't want to mess with. But good times. Good times, good times, good times. I'm going to put this down so it stops wobbling and driving me crazy. So I'll take a picture, but like it even like dangles, kind of like very, it's very flimsy. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that and see if I can't fix that. You can't see top down, unfortunately. You can look on Instagram. I will definitely post a shot of today's progress here on the Imperial Probe Droid. And I think it might be a good idea for me to just wrap for the day. It's getting on 3 p.m. here, and I've got some kitchen cleanup and other duties to take care of, so I should probably go be an adult. I know, sometimes you just have to. We're going to pass you on to somebody else that's hopefully streaming, probably a Minecraft stream, if that was something we can sort out. Maybe my mods can toss a couple of options in chat. In the meantime, you can be absolutely sure to check out the stream tomorrow. We will be back in West Hill tomorrow. That will be at 1 o'clock Atlantic UTC minus 3 hours. Oh, Pixel Riffs is streaming Minecraft Legends. Perfect. Yeah, let's go do that. That's the new game coming out on Tuesday. I have access and I have pre-installed the regular version with Game Pass. I will be streaming it, but I don't have early access like Pix. So y'all go enjoy Pix and Minecraft Legends. I'm going to lurk and watch that stream actually while I do the dishes. And Pix rated us yesterday, so we have a good opportunity to return the favor. Appreciate everybody being here. 0T666, thanks again for sharing that Lego comparison site on Twitch chat and in the Discord. Cosmic, thanks so much for modding. Everybody, thank you for renewing your subs, your Prime subs, gift subs, any kind of bits that were donated. I very much appreciate it. You can look for that support channel in the Discord in the next day or so. I just need to proofread it one more time before I post it. And once again, Joel Duggan on social media, Patreon for supporting the stream and checking out the patron server. And I'll be back again tomorrow with more Minecraft from the Citadel. Thanks so much, folks. Check out the podcasts. Check out the other streams and the VODs. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
We all tell ourselves one day we'll find a way. But what if there was a faster way to save for your first home? Introducing the Questrade tax-free first home savings account. Contribute up to $8,000 a year, 100% tax-free. Save for your first home faster with the new Questrade tax-free first home savings account.
Oh, I thought there was 2 of them here. There's not. If I grab these boys. Just focusing them all on the mob spawner that they've got here.
Yeah. I almost don't want to leave the base because I expect they'll be back soon, but I kind of want to go and build
just keep watching.
I want to go and build a redstone launcher in some sort of forward position.
Last time I saw him, he was west and he wrapped around south, but I don't see him now.
I killed all of his versus stone. He can't engage. They
I'll go back and
need to get a bunch of resources again to be able to do that. That
We've
base
got a lot
is wiped over there. Go to a different base.
On redstone as well.
Yeah.